Hello, good people. This morning we shall talk about the statistics and we shall measure or try to understand the standard deviation. The standard deviation is a measure of central tendency. And in this question, we are given the students and the marks that they earned in a given exam. The students are 1 up to 10. And the marks, that is X, the marks are 3, 4, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. These are the marks that they earned in the exam. Now, when we are asked to get the standard deviation, we remind ourselves that the standard deviation, that's SD, which is the standard deviation, has a formula, and the formula is delta is given by summation of x minus mu squared divided by n. Then we take a square root of all that. We remind ourselves that the x is given, but the mu, which is the mean, is not given. So we can say here where mu is the mean and delta is the standard deviation. And then the n is the number of students or number of observations. And therefore, we first need to get the mean. But how do we get the mean? We must remind ourselves that the mean is given by summation of x divided by n, where n is the number of observations and the x is the marks. So we shall first need to get the total marks. And therefore, when we add the 3, 4, 8, 6, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we are getting a total of 80. And therefore, because we know mean is given by summation of x divided by n, we shall have 80 divided by 10. And so our mean now becomes, from the table, our mean now becomes 8. We can fill all the column by mean, and that is 8. Then we require again to get another column here, the x minus mean, the x minus mu, and we shall be taking 3 minus 8, the x minus the mean, and this gives us negative 5. The 4 minus the 8 gives us negative 4. The 8 minus the 8 gives us 0. 6 minus 8 gives us negative 2. 7 minus 8 is negative 1. 8 and 8 gives us 0. 9 minus 8 is 1. 10 minus 8 is 2. 11 minus 8 is 3. And 12 minus 8 is 4. We move to the next column, which is the x minus mu. The x minus mu, we shall be taking the x minus mu, and then we square the x minus the mu. So we square the figures shown in this column. The x minus mu is squared. So this will be 5 squared gives me 25. 4 squared will be 16. This will be 0. 4. 1 squared is 1. 0 squared is 0. 1 squared is 1. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. And 4 squared is 16. Then I'll get the summation of the square of the difference between the x and the mean, and the total of the squares is given as 76. Now, this 76 that we're getting here, we see it's the sum of the squares of the deviations. The deviation is the difference between the x and the mean, and therefore we shall say the standard deviation is given as summation of x minus mu squared divided by n, remembering that n is 10. So we shall have the x minus mu squared is 76. We divide by 10, and that becomes the square root of 7.6, and that is the standard deviation. That's how we get our standard deviation. You can punch the calculator and get the square root of 7.6 as a decimal place, and that is how we get our standard deviation. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.